Chair. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Benue State, Dr. Samuel Otom, Senator George Akume and Barnabas Kumade, members of the House of Representatives, Speaker and members of the Benue State House of Assembly, President General of Mngerem TIV, and TIV leaders all at all levels, MUTA members, TIV sons and daughters, invited guests, all other protocols duly observed. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Executive Committee and entire membership of the Mutual Union of TIV in America, MUTA, I welcome all to the 23rd Annual Convention holding in Atlanta, the home of American civil rights and human rights. We must all thank God Almighty for granting us the grace and privilege of being witness to this day. Yes, it is a privilege because several of our TIV brothers and sisters are not even alive today. MUTA is grateful for the efforts of the vibrant TIV community in Atlanta under the auspices of the TIV American Foundation towards the successful holding of the 25th of this convention. This year's convention as its theme, TIV Nation, the way forward. It provides us TIV children the opportunity to take a critical look at our journey as a people, our long history and culture, and the status in contemporary Nigeria. In 1967, the great American civil rights leader, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. himself, a native son of Atlanta, wrote a book titled, "Where Do We Go From Here? Chaos or Community?" In it, Reverend King outlined his thoughts, plans, and dreams for America's future, which resonated as a universal message of hope and self-determination across the globe. 2 years later, in 1969, our own very amiable TIV son and elder, the distinguished Wantara Paul Yopu Nongo, released his publication, "Where Do We Go From Here?" in which he outlined his thoughts, plans, and dreams for the future of TIV Nation as he struggled to navigate through a then 9-year-old Nigeria, state that was still unraveling. This year's convention efforts affords us the opportunity to once again gather at the table as TIV sons and daughters in order to evaluate and gauge our journey so far. Where have we been and what have we done since the clarion call was sounded in 1969? Where have we been and what have we done? Did we move forward or backwards? Where are we now? How do we define our here today? What is our final destination? When and how do we get there? Today, 46 years after, where do we go from here? We are gathered here coincidentally in Martin Luther King Jr.'s Atlanta, the home of civil rights and self-determination, to evaluate ourselves on the journey so far and to brainstorm on the way forward for the TIV Nation. We are gathered, gauge, and redefine where we want to be and how we get there. I have no doubt that convention discussants and participants will achieve this task during the convention. MUTA as an organization is committed to creating and sustaining awareness on health issues, especially for the welfare of the TIV people on the home front. The 2015 MUTA Health Fair was held June 15 through 28 in Gwed West, Buruku, and Ukom local governments, respectively. MUTA continues to face challenges that have impeded its ability to fully achieve its goals, especially in the area of finances. MUTA is a 501c tax-exempt, non-profit, non-political, non-partisan, non-sectarian, humanitarian, membership-supported service organization representing the collective interests of two people in Nigeria and the US and Canada. The lack of adequate funds have often hindered the organization's smooth operations and projects. The two most important projects include the annual health fair run by the Health Fair Committee and the annual MUTA Educational Scholarship Assistance under the Education Committee. We've added two more committees to help with the more efficient running of MUTA. These are the fundraising and the networking committees. Fundraising committee will work to solicit funds to help MUTA do a better job. Networking committee will help with identifying the brothers and sisters with the hope of bringing non-MUTA members or newly arrived into our fold for our mutual benefit. I invite you all to support MUTA during the fundraising dinner later today. MUTA welcomes all our guests from Nigeria, from within the United States and all over the world. Convention committees and participants represent the different shades of diversity among the TIV politicians, civil service servants, professionals, and technocrats. I implore all our sons and daughters of TIV to allow our diversity to be the pillar of our strengths rather than the weakness. As we, the TIV children, come to the crossroads of history in contemporary Nigeria, there should be more than unite us than that which seeks to divide us. Please be reminded that MUTA is a non-partisan, non-sectarian organization, and it is imperative that the status quo be maintained. In spite of our diverse political, ideological, and religious persuasions, MUTA pledges to remain the neutral flagship and platform of TIV unity and cultural heritage, both here in the diaspora and at home. All convention guests and participants are invited to feel free to mingle and share their aspirations on the way forward whenever the opportunity presents during this convention. Everyone is encouraged to participate extensively in all sessions and without distractions, but with utmost decorum and respect for one another, and restrict adherence to time as stipulated in the program. The Indian statesman, Mahatma Gandhi, urged all those who sought change to be the change they wanted to see in the world. I conclude this address by inviting all of us, TIV children, to be the change that we want to see for the TIV nation. May God grant every one of us travel messages back to our various destinations at the end of the convention. And I believe that at the end of this convention, that we will all leave with takeaways about how we move forward, how do we strategize, who's going to do what, and how do we pull back together to move forward. Long live MUTA, long live the TIV nation, long live Benue State, long live Nigeria. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.